Otto here, back with another very quick video. In this video, guys, what I'm going to do is show you exactly how I started to deploy build and release offers in my ecom email agency. Okay, so if you don't know who I am or anything about my backstory, about 6 years ago, I launched my own email agency. At the time, I was running a kind of traditional, historical brick and mortar type business where we were trying to get retainer clients in the ecom niche, which is obviously one of the hardest to actually close and find good clients in. And at the time, what we found was that agency life was just basically so boom and bust that it got to a point where I didn't even want to bring on any more clients. Okay, so I made a video back a few months ago on how I productized my SMMA. So this was the ecom email agency. So if you haven't seen that video, go and check that out. But what I'm going to do in this very, very quick video here is just show you exactly how we pivoted from retainer services to build and release offers. Okay, so like I say, we've been doing this for a couple of years now, and this is going to be something that's going to help you if you are struggling to actually close clients on retainers. I'm going to show you how you can actually build significantly more upfront for actually delivering infrastructure to them, and then cross-selling or down-selling retainer services on the back end, and actually how you can find that easier like we do. Okay, so we went from charging a minimum of 2,000 USD per month for our services to now a minimum of $10,000 upfront for the infrastructure, the same infrastructure that we would be building for those previous clients. Okay, and what this all came down to was our offer. Now, our offer at the time was probably like every single ecom email agency owner's offer as it is today. Okay, if you're a beginner, probably what you are trying to pitch your clients is if they haven't or they aren't currently generating X% of their monthly recurring revenue through email or SMS, then you can help them increase that. So typically what people say is, look, brand or menswear or cosmetics outfitters, whatever it might be, if you're not generating 30% of your monthly recurring revenue from email and SMS, we can help you get there. Okay, that's pretty much what every single ecom email agency offer is today. All right, so and we were no different 6 years back. Okay, we were kind of using the software, so like Klaviyo is what we build our infrastructure on. You can have a little view here of us in the build and clone process. But what we found was that Klaviyo would kind of purport these stats, and that's what then we would use as, basically a commoditized agency owner to then go and pitch clients. Okay, and it did work for us. Typically our minimum was $2,000, but we would really charge $5,000 plus per month for our clients. But again, we pivoted to that build and release model because it was something that gave us a lot more security and actually gave us a lot more predictability when it came to projected cash flow going into the future too. Okay, so if you are providing Klaviyo as a service, or you are offering email marketing in a form of retention, so you're doing email flows, or you're providing campaigns, doing campaign management, or you're setting up Klaviyo accounts, you're integrating these with e-commerce stores, then pivoting to a build and release model is going to be something that will help you outcompete everybody else that's operating within this saturated e-com vertical. Okay, and the way that we did that was that we realized value-wise that working with a new brand, it wasn't optimal for them to sign an agreement with us where we would basically promise them a load of deliverables, and then for our cash flow purposes have to spread those deliverables over X number of months. So typically for us, it was something where we would basically phase all of our flows, foundational and advanced, that we were building for clients, warming up their audiences, setting everything up on the technical and sort of deliverability side of things, getting templates, graphic design all sorted. We would do that over a period of 7+ months in order to give our agency predictable, consistent projected cash flow. And what we realized was that every single agency was trying to do this, and the worst ones would basically overpromise, underdeliver, and use that time to basically collect retainer payments and actually not deliver on it. 9 times out of 10, those agency owners, would think that, oh, good, we've got 7 months of projected cash flow here, but 1 month in, 2 months in, their clients would churn, they would break contracts, and the agencies couldn't do anything, simply because the clients weren't happy with the value or lack of value that they were getting. Okay, so what we basically were able to do was go in there and say to all of the brands we were working with, we could basically leverage this pain point and say, look, we know that you have probably been had your fingers burnt by agencies in the past. we're not an agency. Okay, we're not going to pitch you on a retainer. We're not going to sign you up to a 12-month rigid contract that you can't get out of. We're basically going to build out a whole infrastructure for you, and we will deliver that over 24 hours. Okay, so what your typical marketing agency oftentimes will overpromise but actually fail to deliver on over a 7 to 12 month period, we'll actually deliver on our promise, and we'll do it within 24 hours. Okay, and the way that we were able to do that with our email business was that all of the flows, foundational, advanced, all of the third-party tools, integrations, all of the campaigns, the design template types, everything that existed within Klaviyo and email and SMS from the retention perspective, we had kind of already built. And what we were doing in order to scale our agency was then just use that pre-built infrastructure, kind of touch it up on the the front end, customizing it to sort of a 5 to 10% degree, and then deploying it for every new client. Okay. And what we found was that we could cut through the noise instantly. We obviously have our own sales process that we've iterated on over, 6 years now. And we're still running this business today. Okay. So I had somebody comment, I think it was in our community, and they said, actually, no, I think it was a YouTube video. They said, if you're talking about this, why are you not doing it? The answer is we are doing it. We still do it to this day. And reality of it is that we've got, if you know from the Productize video that I released a few months back, we've gotten the business to a point now where it's, to a ridiculous percentage scaled and productized. So it doesn't demand really much of my time at all. We have an absolute iterated on process that's been field tested. It guarantees results financially for everybody that enrolls and all the brands we work with. And then also in terms of how many team members I need to have to deploy it, the cost for me to deploy it for every new client is minimal. So my costs in delivering our email and SMS infrastructure is completely fixed. It's not variable. And this really is, a result of me changing the business model and creating something where originally every new client that we had to bring on, I would have to then find a new Klaviyo technical expert, pay them an arm and a leg. That would reduce my profits. They would then demand, the work actually took more time, so they would need to be paid more. My variable costs were all over the place. My profit margins were never predictable. And I simply couldn't exist like that. It got to the point, if you know anything about my journey, where I basically got so depressed and stressed where I couldn't even fathom bringing on new clients, even though we had clients in the pipeline that we were, about to close, even though we were getting referral. Okay. So it's not a good place that you want to be in your business, not bringing on new business, not making new money. Okay. So we went through that change. Now, what we do, we've had a load of guys go through the system anyway. What we've now been able to do is basically add a new additional revenue stream to our business. Okay. So we still operate this business model. It's still myself, 5 members in my team, including me. I think the shortest amount of time that any one person in the team now has been with me is 2 years. So we have a tried and tested team. And what we've been able to do is basically add a new additional revenue stream, in that if you want to get access to all of the infrastructure that we did over 10 million in ecom agency sales, then you can get that. Okay. And the way that you can get that is through the ecom email accelerator. So if you're not in the community already, or you're not in the free Discord, jump in that. I'll be happy to answer any questions. Again, this isn't a sales pitch. If you are running an ecom email agency and you want access to all of these flows, you want a 12-month content calendar that's been created bespoke and special to your vertical and niche, you want all of these foundational and advanced flows, 5 types of campaigns, all of these templates, then it's totally up to you. You're more than welcome to enroll. But again, guys, this is how we do it. So if you want any idea or further idea of actually how we productize and what our product is and how we actually deliver that on a build and release model, go to the link in the description below. And also, we've got a load of guys on the wait list now for our complete A to Z ecom email agency build walkthrough webinar. We're going to be releasing that soon, so I'll drop the link below for that webinar too, so you can sign up to that. And like I say, drop a comment below if you've got any questions. I'll be more than happy to help answer them. All right, guys, cheers.